So today we're gonna have a little bit of fun and talk about what do you do when your man has a habit that completely turns you off. Because you don't want to be turned off by your man, you want to be turned on by your man. But this thing that he's doing is just like, no, thank you, I don't like it, and you would love for it to change. So my team and I did some research, read some articles, surveyed women, and came up with the top 10 things that men do that turn women off. Now, as I'm gonna share these with you, and then I'm also gonna share with you what you can do if your man is doing any of these things, I have to say, I am guilty of some of these myself as these came in. And I also have to say, these aren't just sequestered to men. Of course, these are, in some of these cases, human beings, where every one of us are doing these things. But these are the ones that came in that women reported. Number 10, the pick and flick. The pick and flick. So you know what I mean when I say the pick and flick. Like he's digging for gold, he's finding that boogie, and then not only does he pick it out, but he flicks it. And you just don't know where it goes, that sucker. Like, did it land on the wall? Did it land on the ground? Like, you don't want your place that you're occupying to have boogers randomly coming at you. While most people are trying to be discreet when they're doing the pick and flick, right? They don't want to get caught. Sometimes you see people doing this in the car. There was one particular guy who thought he was being discreet, but unfortunately wasn't. Watch this. That is a rather unfortunate way to get caught with the pick and flick. Luckily, he didn't flick it, right? He just picked it. So that was number 10. Let's take a look at number 9. Number 9 is using the floor as his personal laundry basket. Maybe there's a man in your life that does this. Maybe there's a man in your life that likes to go to the gym and his clothes are sopping wet with sweat, like he's the sweater. And he's like, doesn't know what to do. He doesn't want to put his clothes in the hamper because they're just too wet. And so he drapes them over the bathtub or next to the sink or someplace where they can dry out. Maybe that drives you nuts, but not having laundry where it should go is a definite turnoff. You and your man want to get on the same laundry plan. My wife is talking to me all the time about this because I'm that guy where I go to the gym, I get super sweaty at the gym. I come back, I don't want to put the clothes in the laundry basket because of course it'll make the rest of the clothes smell that much worse. So we're trying to find where's the best place for my sweaty clothes. We tried different places, but guilty as charged on that one. The number 8 turnoff that women have is when a man tries to minimize your feelings, where he doesn't really honor the experience that you just had and tries to go into Mr. Fix-It mode or Mr. Solve-It mode or explaining why it should be that way. Guilty of this one as well. I can remember specifically my wife and I brushing our teeth in the bathroom, and she picks up her phone and she sees a picture and she starts crying. And we had just had our first baby. First baby was like 6 months old. And I'm like, honey, why are you crying? Like, and she goes, my friends are out to dinner with each other. She shows this picture that her friends, like she has these 3 other best friends. They all went out to dinner together and they didn't invite her. Now, the backstory on this in my mind is they had been inviting her. For months they had been inviting her. But because she was pregnant, because she just had the baby and we're going through that whole thing, Irene had just been saying no, 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 no. And so this one, they didn't invite her and they just went out. I assume because they thought that she was going to say no anyway. And so in my infinite wisdom, I decided to explain that to Irene. Does it make her feel any better? Hell no. In fact, it makes it worse. She was like, why are you on their side? Da, 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 da. She got all mad. I was like, wait a minute. Okay. I just stepped in a big old bear trap on that one. And I said, you know what, honey? I know that sucks. It sucks you feel left out. It sucks you feel like you can't get out of the house. We're taking care of this baby all the time and so on and so forth. And she was like, thank you. That's what I needed. So when your man doesn't honor your experience and goes into like fix-it mode as if you don't already know what's going on, major turnoff. Number 7. Instead of explaining this one, I thought we would show you this one. Yes, beard shavings in the sink. And I hope we all know how hard it is to clean these little things up because these little guys are tiny, right? And it's wet. It's hard to get these out, especially by the faucet. Like I'll shave and I'll try my best to clean it up. There's still always like 1 or 2 little hairs that I'll find. But here's the deal. Beard shavings actually pretty much goes right along with that big glob of hair that's in the shower that you pull out and you stick to the wall, and sometimes you remember it, sometimes you don't. I think those are pretty equivalent. So, of course, beard shavings, any kind of hair, untenable hair that's just scattered in the bathroom, going to be a turnoff for everybody, I think. And number 6, and I can totally agree and relate to this one, when a guy uses his car as a fast food museum, right? Like there's garbage everywhere. There's old hamburgers in the back, or like French fries, stale, and they've been there for like weeks, and you get in the car and it smells like you're in the kitchen of some fast food restaurant. Like, no brainer. That is a total turnoff. Clean up your stuff, man. And the 5th turnoff that many women talked about was mansplaining, where he's like trying to tell you something, assuming that you don't know, but clearly you know, and super irritating. You know, the frame that we put on this one could either help it be a significant turnoff or find it to be something where he's trying to contribute because he wants to feel valuable in the relationship. But either way, I can see how that is a turnoff. The 4th turnoff, burping. Just like inappropriate, not even that like cute burp or the hide it burp, but just like the let it rip burp. And you're like, really? Are we there? We're already there. We're already at that point in the dating process. So feel free to tell him inappropriate. I'm not ready for that. Unless you're doing the Sprite challenge with your man like this couple.
Okay, we're gonna be trying the Sprite challenge.
First person to burp loses. My bet's on Lexi.
I just like to burp in general, so. Oh God, now I'm scared.
Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, close it, close it.
Ready?
Are you ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Oh God.
Oh God, my eyes are watering.
Hold it. Hold it. Oh my God.
Oh man, that made me laugh. Well done, couple. Well done. The 3rd biggest turnoff. And when this one was brought up, I thought, no, people don't do this. Like, and so I went and researched it. Just don't do yourself a favor. Don't Google this. Don't watch videos of this. Like, it just even, I want to get those images out of my mind, but it's the scratch and sniff. Have you ever seen a guy do this? The scratch and sniff? I'm like, as I was looking at videos, I'm like, what is this all about? And so whether he's scratching in the front and smelling, some people scratching in the back and smelling, maybe you can explain this one to me because this kind of blew my mind. But 100% relate to that being a turnoff. No to the scratch and sniff. 2nd biggest turnoff, toenail clippings in the living room. Like, we all have to groom, and so you want to be able to cut your toenails and cut your nails in a way where the leftovers land in the right spot. But clipping them, you know how they shoot off in all kinds of directions. So in the living room where later you're like walking and you like step on one and you feel it, super bad turnoff. And the number 1 turnoff, pee on the toilet seat. And I can see you going like, oh yeah, pee on the toilet seat. Sometimes when a guy puts the toilet seat up and he's going to the bathroom, the toilet seat can sometimes slip and fall down. And what it does, your man will go through the heroic move like this guy does right here. Watch this. I love that because every man has had that particular situation happen, but I know that that's not the reason that explains the pee on the toilet seat. So yes, I 100% agree. He needs to wipe it down or needs to make sure that when you're sitting down, it's dry for you. I am guilty as charged on that one as well. So none of us are perfect. We all have habits and do things that aren't going to vibe with the other person. So what do you do if your man has got a habit, if your man's got some behavior that you would love to see shift because it's turning you off and you guys are in a relationship? How do you approach that? Right now, I'm going to give you 5 quick, easy steps for how to approach these types of moments. Well, number 1 is shovel while the pile is small. What does that mean? That means don't let a lot of time go by before you bring this thing up. Or if you are going to bring it up, and it has happened over a period of time, don't stack the past and say words like, you always pee on the toilet seat, you never lift the toilet seat up, things like that. When it becomes a huge deal, then that huge deal gets amplified. He'll get defensive, you'll get critical, and you'll just butt heads. So instead, approach it as a small thing because you're shoveling while the pile is small. This isn't a big deal, but I wanted to bring it up. Number 2 is state your intention. You can say something like this: hey, I want to chat with you about something. It's not a big deal, but I've been feeling a little bit of frustration around it. And I love you, and I don't want the frustration to get in between us because I want to feel connected to you. Brilliant intention. He wants that same thing. It's no big deal. He's going to be way more open. Step number 3 is simply state what happened, or state what you saw. What did you experience? And don't charge it with a big story. Just state what happened. The toilet seat example, you say, hey, so earlier today I sat down on the toilet and I got up and my legs were all wet. And I feel frustrated about that. And that's all you need to say about that. You don't have to give a whole long story and then move to step 4, which is to state what you want. And you can say this: my legs were all wet and I feel frustrated. And what I would really love is that when I sit down to use the bathroom, that the toilet seat is dry. And then you move to step 5, which is make a new agreement. A great relationship therapist once said, the way we know we love one another is by the agreements we're willing to make and keep. So this is where you make a new agreement. You say, would you be willing to, when you use the restroom, just make sure it's 100% dry when you're done, so that when I use it, I can have dry legs. And your man is going to say, you know what, honey, I'm sorry. I'm in for that 100%. And then you move forward. And that's how you address the habits and the things that you would love to change or evolve in the relationship. So, did we capture the habit that you find the biggest turnoff? If we did, share with us what it was. If we didn't, post that habit below. What are the biggest turnoffs that you have? This is going to be a beautiful wake-up call for men to see this video. So I appreciate you. Here's to your great love life. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.